we had any. What do you mean it's due today? Okay, here, let's make a deal. How about you give me your paper and I'll write everything down and then I'll give you back your paper and then we both have our homework done.
Well...
So, what should Maggie do? She's in a very tough spot right now. One of her very best friends is asking her for help, friendship. On the other hand, really give her paper over to copy for a homework assignment? Yikes, Maggie doesn't really like the sounds of that either. What should she do? Talk with a neighbor and discuss. So I hope you had some really good discussion about this situation. It is a tough one. It's tough in the sense that Maggie, as a friend, would love to help Yasmin out. I mean, that's what friendship is all about, correct? Being loyal, being dependable, being helpful, being encouraging. And yet we have two virtues kind of clashing here, friendship and being honest about what you should do and not cheating and just handing it over an assignment. So, in the end, what Maggie should do in this situation is be direct with a friend and say, you know what, Yasmin, I would love to help you, but I really can't hand over the assignment this time. I hope you can understand. And you know what? Friends respect one another. I think in this situation, Yasmin, even though it's challenging, would say, you're right, Maggie. Thank you for that reminder.
Hey, dude. Yeah, you saving up for anything cool? I'm saving up for a dollar bill book.
Oh, cool. Hey, there's some money.
Well, that's not ours.
Yeah, but...
All right. Well, Spencer and Zaire are really having a tough time right now figuring out what to do with the fact they just found money. Talk as a class real briefly to see what you think they should do. So, you've had this quick discussion. I would venture to guess that all of you came up with what is correct in this scenario. Giving the money back, especially when you know exactly where it came from, is the right thing to do. Is it tough to do that all the time? Well, sure it is. Because again, it takes sacrifice, and integrity does involve sacrifice. They could have each had $20 if they split it up, and I'm sure that would go a long way towards saving for whatever they wanted next. But they made a right choice, even though it was difficult. Hey, do you want to see what it could have looked like if they didn't give the money back? Take a look.
Hey, Mr. Bartels, the pizza guy is here. Do you have the money?
Oh yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
Perfect, looking forward to it.
All
Just
right.
grab it right here out of my pocket. Wait a minute. It's gone. No money? No pizza?
Hi, how are you today?
Good, how was you?
Good.
What you doing this weekend?
I'm going out with my friends.
Oh, crazy because I'm going out with my auntie and uncle.
Oh,
Hey, Nadia, you see something from over there?
yeah.
Let's go get it.
Okay.
Hey, it's an iPhone. What should we do?
All right, so you just watch a little video clip of a couple of our students on the playground, seeing a phone, finding a phone, and they're kind of wondering, what do we do with this phone? Well, I'm sitting right now, rather than have all of you talk in class about what they should do, this time I'm sitting down with an 8th grade student, Jabril, and I have a couple questions for him. First of all, Jabril, I'm understanding that a couple of weeks ago you actually lost your phone, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, and let me ask you this. How did you feel when you first realized, yikes, I don't have my phone right now?
I was really scared. I was nervous because, you know what I'm saying, I just got my phone. It was my birthday the past week, and I just got it, so I was kind of nervous.
Yeah, and I that was a detail I didn't realize. So you had just gotten the phone like the week prior. It was, and yeah, phones they cost a lot of money, right? Absolutely, they cost a lot of money. So you were nervous. Is it safe to say you were kind of frantically looking for it and trying to figure out what might have happened to it?
Yeah, I was looking everywhere.
Looking everywhere? Okay. So I don't know the timetable. Maybe it was an hour later or later that same day, though. You came to the office to see if anyone had maybe seen the phone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you told in the office?
I was told that after I asked Mr. Hunley, it was lunch period, and I asked him, could I look in his home? I told him I lost my phone. I asked him, could I look in his home room? And it wasn't in there. Then I asked him again. Then he said I could go outside and look for it. I didn't see it. So then I came back in and asked the office if they had seen it.
Okay. And did you get good news or bad news from the office?
I got good news.
You got good news? What was the good news?
The good news was that Miss Kelly found it.
Uh-huh. And Miss Kelly had found the phone out on the playground and thankfully had taken it to the office. We were hoping to figure out who the phone belonged to, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, Miss Kelly found the phone, returned the phone to the office. I'm pleased to say though, Jabril, that not only have we seen that from Miss Kelly this year, but from many students too, in varied situations where they found things, take it to the office, and I gotta tell you, it's exciting to be able to give it back to the person that it belongs to, because it does make their day, right, when they're nervous about it. And it sounds like your day went from terrible day to right back to, phew, it's still a good day after all when you got that phone back. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
Indeed. Awesome. Well, I want to thank Jabril for being very open about this story and being willing to talk about it on video. I know it's tempting sometimes to just say, oh, sweet, money, or sweet, a phone. I'm just going to put it in my pocket and keep it. But keep in mind, when someone receives something back that belongs to them, what a special gift you're giving them back. And don't forget either that rightfully, it does belong to that person to begin with. Thanks for sharing, Jabril.
Yeah.
I hope you had fun watching these video clips. I really enjoyed having the opportunity to work with some students and Miss Kelly as well to put these little video clips together for us to think about integrity. I want to end with this. Please realize that integrity is about quietly doing the right thing, even though it may be hard. We can get more money in our pocket, or grab a new phone, or quickly try to get an A on a test and do really well. But in the end, if we haven't done the right thing, it's still not going to feel very good. It's not about public recognition or affirmation either. In fact, one of the things that struck me as I was even interviewing Jabril a few minutes ago was Jabril got his phone back. It was actually 2 students that found it and gave it to Miss Kelly, who then gave it back to Jabril. He didn't necessarily even know that 2 students had found it first before Miss Kelly did. But it really didn't matter. Those 2 students, when they found the phone, returned it because they wanted to do the right thing, not because they were looking for their names to be shouted from the mountaintops that they had done the right thing. So how about you? Are you willing, even though it may be hard, to do the right thing? It may not get you rich. It may not get you fanfare. It may not even get you A's. But in the end, you're going to look yourself in the mirror and go, you know what? I like what I'm seeing right here. Because this is a person committed to doing the right thing. Greetings, good morning, 3rd graders, 4th graders, and 5th graders. We are excited to share with you the award winners for the month of May. Integrity
The last month.
It is, yes, indeed, the last month. Our virtue of focus was integrity. All of these virtues throughout the year are so important. Mm-hmm. We end with integrity, with the virtue that talks about being trustworthy, with having a good reputation, with being honest. We hope those skits and those scenarios challenged you a little bit. But let's get to the awards, shall we, Miss Kelly?
Sounds good.
All right.
Mr. Bartels, kick us off.
All right, I will do that. Mrs. Fion's class, let's start there. We have some award winners. And this first one gets one for always trying to do what is right. So proud of you, Cameron Sumter.
Nice job, Cameron.
We also have an award winner for always giving your best effort on any task, Jackson Sherrill.
Nice job, Jackson.
And we have an award winner for always doing the right thing without being asked, Elise Rickert.
Woo-hoo.
Over to you, Miss Kelly.
Moving to Miss Zalewski's 3rd grade classroom, this unit receives an award for always being willing to go above and beyond for your teacher and classmates. You are naturally so kind and helpful. Hannah Hewertson.
Good work, Hannah.
Another 3rd grader for making right choices and helping your classmates even when there is not a reward for doing so. You have a heart of gold. Briley Gutierrez.
Good work, Briley. So wait a minute. Not for an award, just because?
No recognition, just because.
All right, good work.
Another 3rd grader for following the daily schedule and never missing any assignments or Google Meets. You have mastered virtual learning. Ellie Wallace.
Wow, no missing assignments?
None.
Oh, way to go, Ellie.
Another 3rd grader in Miss Zalewski's classroom receives an award for always staying on task without needing any reminders. You have thrived as a virtual student this year. So proud of you. Adara Kemler.
Good job, Adara.
Nice job.
Yeah, a lot of virtual learners this year, and they have done amazing things. Proud of the in-person learners and the virtual learners. Well, let's move to Mrs. Bai's classroom next, and this award winner gets one for doing what you know is right and helping those around you. Lila Blakeney.
Nice job, Lila.
And our next award winner gets one for staying on task, giving your best effort, and supporting your neighbors. This goes to Penelope Papangalopoulos.
Nice job, Penelope.
And also in Mrs. Bai's classroom, we have an award winner for being positive and standing up for what you believe in, Zoe Holder.
Nice job, Zoe.
One more in Mrs. Bai's classroom for always giving your best effort and staying on task, Lincoln Camasaris.
Nice job, bud. Moving to Mrs. Alice's 4th grade classroom, this student receives an award for her faithful commitment to honesty in all situations. You are such a great role model. Thank you. Cora Sawyer.
Good job, Cora.
That was my only one in Mrs. Alice's class, so we're on to you, Mr. Bartas.
On to me. Well, Mrs. Curtis's classroom then, 4th grade. For doing the right thing even when it's hard. Keatum Terrigan.
Nice job.
Also in Mrs. Curtis's classroom, for following your moral compass to help you make wise choices. Trinity Brown Morrow.
Nice job, Trinity.
Our next award winner for demonstrating high moral character through your words and actions. Zelda Mares.
Nice job, Zelda. Moving to Mrs. Stafford's 4th grade classroom, this student receives an award for your commitment to live by your conscience. You carefully weigh your situation so that you can make the best choice. This Oliver Montgomery.
Way to go, Oliver.
This student receives an award for doing what is right consistently and with a good attitude. You work hard and always have a smile on. Julian Spears.
Good job, Julian, with a good attitude even.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go.
Another 4th grader receives an award for being responsible, trustworthy, and gracious. You lead by example to your peers. Armand Jordan.
Nice job, Armand. Well, we move to Mrs. Wisniewski's 5th grade classroom, and this student gets one for developing your own values and beliefs and standing up for yourself in any situation. Ali Abdul Qadir.
Nice job, Ali.
Our next student gets one for believing in yourself and having the confidence to take action and get things done while learning virtually. Kenneth Harris.
Nice job, Kenneth.
Also in 5th grade, this student gets one for responding appropriately when redirected and trying your hardest in all subjects at school. Hannah Yanez Lopez.
Nice job.
And our next student gets one for holding yourself accountable for your actions and trying to be the best person you can be. Jaden Marmel.
Nice job, Jaden. Moving to Mrs. Broersma's 5th grade classroom, this student receives an award for consistently showing a positive work ethic and demonstrating kindness to others. Micah Woods.
Good job, Micah.
Another student for consistently doing what is the right thing, and demonstrating outstanding moral character through her words and actions. Annalise Cashier.
Good work.
Another 5th grader for committing to do what is right in all situations and tackling each day with a positive attitude and a smile. Jacob Thompson.
Good work, Jacob.
Another 5th grader in Mrs. Broersma's room receives an award for always making a conscious effort to do the right thing and to do it with a positive attitude. You are a role model to others. Ava Blankney.
Good work, Ava.
And then moving to Mrs. DeBoer's 5th grade classroom, this student receives an award for giving your best effort at in-person and when doing virtual school. You always give 100%. Evelyn Weaver.
Good quality, always given 100%.
Mhm. Another 5th grader for listening well to instructions and showing your character when it matters most. Logan Cecilia.
Good work, Logan.
And the last 5th grade student receives an award for working hard and always giving your best on all assignments. Maggie Duong.
Good work, Maggie. Well, so proud of all of you for doing a great job with integrity. And we know that we have lots and lots and lots of students who are showing integrity every single day, even if your name wasn't just read. So thank you for that too. Keep up the good work. Well, before we finish the video, we have reading awards to quickly read through as well. We have so many of you who have finished your reading goal and proud of the hard work in so many academic subject areas this year, but we do want to celebrate our readers, those that have reached their goal. So I am going to read the 3rd grade list. I believe you're holding 4th and 5th graders.
I sure am.
Is that right? So I will read a 3rd grader and then you can read one and we'll bounce back and forth. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good.
All right, so we have a reading award. Congratulations, Ellie Wallace.
Excellent. Gavin Phillips.
Adara Kemler.
Anya Medakar.
Sophia Mounier.
Sarah Foslick.
Wolf Schmieder.
Jessica Evenhouse.
Aisha Abdul Qadir.
Alvaro Hernandez.
Tequila Blair.
Micah Burgeon.
Alfredo Favela.
Logan Cecilia.
Ayana Large.
Laura Stepke.
Christian Purvis.
And Evelyn Weaver.
And Hannah Hewertson. And Diksha Ramesh. And Anjak Dow. And Bristol Bender. Mohammed Rehanadan. And Kate Beltman. Make sure I don't have any sticking together. I don't want to forget anyone, Miss Kelly.
No.
And Maddie Dufan. And Andrew Nada.
Nice
Those-
job, readers.
Yes, those are our reading award winners. So proud of all of you. Keep up the good work reading over the summer too. You know, we hope you have lots and lots of fun over the summer doing lots and lots of fun activities. But, you know, reading's fun. And it grows the dendrites in your brain when you do it. So keep reading. Relax over the summer too, though. But it's time for us to sign off on this video. And I think the thing that strikes me most, again, about integrity that I really want you all to be challenged with as you think about this is doing the right thing even though it might cost you something. It's hard, right? It's hard to be determined to always do what is right and to make that good, right, appropriate choice. So please keep up the good work. Be committed to it. Be dedicated to it. And keep in mind that effort creates ability. The more you do something, the better you get at it. The effort is up to you individually, though, right? You have to decide you want to be a person of integrity. No one can do that for you. But along the way, we definitely can encourage each other. So keep supporting each other. We care about you. We appreciate you. We believe in you. And Miss Kelly, why don't you have the closing words here?
For one last time this school year, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, picture me this summer on your shoulder, reminding you every day that you are smart, you can do it, and I believe in you.
Excellent.
Have a great day.